You often hear of an innovation inspired by a great scientist, a theory, or even a previous research done in the same field. But how often do you hear of a Bollywood movie as the inspiration source? It was Three Idiots that drove these youngsters to come up with what they call ZEPPELIN, an unmanned air vehicle or a flying drone. ZEPPELIN, they say, can prove useful during national calamities like the Nepal quake or Srinagar floods. The USP of the unmanned air vehicle is its low cost, says the team. It is up to 5 times cheaper than anything similar available in the market. Determined of taking the design to the government soon, the team hopes that someday the Indian Army could use a similar model for defense and safety purposes.
Since we are using the balsa wood and the plywood in this one, and everyone knew that these are very costly. But yes, we have designed in that way so that there would be minimum use of the balsa wood, which is the more costlier part, and the plywood is readily available, and it's quite cheap. We can use it for food dropping mechanism, just like in the case of the Nepal this time happened, and if the places who are affected by the earthquakes or floods. So we can drop some kind of food of around 5 kg, and by making it for the commercial use, commercial purposes, we can increase that too.
The brains behind this project was Vaibhav Gangawar. With an idea in mind, he entered an inter-college competition in Delhi. To his surprise, he won. And there's been no looking back.
I found out about a competition of aerodynamic things, aeronauts, that was being conducted in Triple IT Delhi. So we started working on that last year in July, and for that we researched for about 2 months, made a quadcopter, a multi-rotor basically, and went there and competed with the 6 teams, where we won the first prize, and that's basically from where all started.
The team sought the internet's help during the initial phases of the research. The concept of flying drones is still very new in the country. No surprise then that setting out on an unknown path also meant that success wouldn't come easy. The team worked for almost a year with several prototypes to get to a final model, and crashes came with the territory.
All this is like pretty cheap, and people are pretty familiar with all these things in the abroad. So we knew that we will get ample of information from the net. So we basically started surfing the net. We first made a quadcopter with using wooden frame, using wood. Then we used the borders that are used on gates. Then we used aluminium chassis. Then we also made it using plastic frame. So there were quite a lot trials, and there was ups and downs, and of course we learned from them.
Having come so far, the team planned to compete at a US competition. AUVSI, or Association for Unmanned Vehicle Systems International, hosts an annual student unmanned air systems competition, which is judged by the US Army. But even with the final airframe and design in place, it wasn't over. Funds were the next big concern, and for that, the college came to rescue.
My firm belief is that the attitude and the discipline makes the things work actually. And here we motivated our students and asked them to bring new projects over here, and we finance them also, we fund them also, we contribute. Okay, so that the students can do better and better projects actually. So the college management is very kind enough to sanction amount, and on this project also they have been funded to go abroad actually.
Held at Maryland, US, with 39 projects from all over the world, the team Zeppelin FC-26 successfully cleared the first 3 rounds. Boasting of a device capable of autonomous takeoff and landing, with an inbuilt airdrop mechanism that could drop a packet of food or even a bomb, with just a click from the laptop, and was capable of also transmitting live videos from any point till about a range of 30 kilometers.
It can take off and land autonomously as well as manually, and it can capture videos, it can drop anything through a airdrop mechanism, and it has various features like auto balancing and auto speed. It can control its speed on its own. We have a Amway transmitter and receiver that has a range of 32 kilometers. It can receive and transmit video signals from 32 kilometers. And we have a 3-camera interface and have a FPV switch, which can switch between all the 3 cameras, and we can switch among the x-axis, y-axis or z-axis.
Although not the winners, this young team returned with a cash prize of $400 and also became the only team to receive a token of appreciation from retired US Navy Chief Guy Bradley for their work.